Hello everyone, this is Manoj Pathak, and today I have brought you a topic that is in news. It was in news since last 1 year, okay, and it's been observed, a phenomena is being observed since 2011, and this has been named as Blue Bob, okay. This phenomena has been named as Blue Bob, and some of the times you'll see in the newspaper that it is also referred as North Atlantic warming hole, okay. And as you can see in the map as well, I have shown this area. This is the Blue Blob, and this is an area which is cooler than the surrounding area. And Blue Bob is specifically in news only for this reason, because the world is seeing climate change, the world is seeing global warming, and the reports are suggesting that almost 93% of the heat has went to the ocean. जब आपकी सारी रिपोर्ट ये कह रही हैं कि 93% हीट ओशन में जा रहा है, फिर एक ऐसा एरिया जो ठंडा हो रहा है, okay? So it has generated a lot of interest among the scientific community, among the oceanographers, ठीक है? And if we look at the records, we have seen that this area, okay, since 2011, we have observed that this blue blob area in the North Atlantic Ocean is cooling, and it is cooler by almost 0.9 degrees Celsius when the global oceans are getting warmer by more than 1.11 degrees Celsius, okay, as per recent reports. So the difference between the global warming and this blue blob area happens to be 2 degrees Celsius approximately, ठीक है? So if we talk about the exact location of this area, then we'll be in a position to understand things better, okay? So if we talk about this blue blob area, and as you had seen in the previous representation as well, it is just beneath Greenland, okay? It is just beneath Greenland, and also it has a neighbor in Iceland, okay? So a lot of things have been suggested why this thing is happening. After all, why we are seeing this blue blob, okay? And one of the plausible reasons that the scientific community has suggested is difference that is coming in the speed of the current system, the northern gyre. जो current है, उसकी speed में बदलाव आने की वजह से ये चीज हो रही है, ऐसी global scientific community मानती है. And they say that as this ocean currents are slowing down, it is creating a situation which is leading to the formation of blue blob. And we'll try and understand what exactly is happening in the later stages, okay? So this weakening of the ocean current till date is considered as one of the reasons. And one of the good news about this weakening is that probably it has led to some control over ocean warming. But this is not the true picture. If we look at the broader perspective, this cooled area is not a very good news for us. Why? We'll see in the subsequent discussion, okay? So if we talk about this blue blob, the scientific community believes that this Atlantic meridional overturning circulation, the circulation that is represented is the overall meridional circulation, and here we are talking about the part which is in Atlantic, okay? And you can see this circulation, and if you'll read about the Atlantic meridional ocean circulation, you'll know that this is a global circulation which helps in the distribution of the heat throughout the world, okay? And how it is happening? The highly saline water in the colder parts of the world sink down, and they move like deep currents, and they flow throughout the world. They move throughout the world and then overturn and become warm surface flow which reaches here again. And this is the reason that we call it as overturning circulation. ठीक है? So the scientific community is of the opinion that this flow is weakening. The flow is weakening since mid 20th century. It is not something which is very new, okay? It's been slowing down since mid 20th century, and what it is leading to? As it is weakening, so the flow of the warm water is slowing down. As warm water is not reaching that area, the North Atlantic area, so this zone is weak. One of the plausible reasons for this is that this overturning circulation is very weak. So it is not pushing enough warm water in the North Atlantic region, and this is the reason that it is cooling down. Okay? So this is one reason. The other reason that we have found is formation of low-level clouds over the North Atlantic Ocean. Okay? And this formation of the cloud over the North Atlantic Ocean is leading to a lot of albedo. So when the sunlight is reaching this area, it is getting reflected back. And when this sunlight is getting reflected back, the ocean surface is not receiving any heat from sunlight. Okay? So we have seen shallow clouds which are reflecting the light, and in turn it is adding to the cooling process. Okay? So these two reasons were found recently to be the reason behind the formation of the blue blob area. Okay? But this is not the only reason. We have some more reasons. कुछ और कारण हैं जिसके वजह से ये हो रहा है, और उस कारण में जिम्मेदार हम भी हैं. The human population, the anthropogenic activities are also responsible for this thing happening. How? Let's try and understand. Okay? So the average temperature of the globe, okay, this average temperature of the globe is increasing. And when this is happening, a lot of ice is melting in this region. Okay? When a lot of melting ice is being melted in the region, thus cold water is coming to this North Atlantic region. And in turn, this area is getting more colder. So the ice is getting reduced. Okay? Somewhere else, nearby Greenland is not losing much of its ice, and it is a good news. But what is happening? The Iceland is losing its ice. And the water that is flowing to this area, okay? The water that is flowing to this area is cooling this area. And when this cooler part stays there, for some time we can feel that this is a good news. But the bad part is we are losing our glaciers. And if we lose all our glaciers, it means that a lot of methane will be released in the atmosphere. And in the long run, the temperatures are going to increase. But the good thing about this is that people, the scientific community, believe that this blob formation will not continue for a very long period of time. The research suggests that the blob has started weakening, and it will weaken within 3 decades. Okay? So maybe the extra melt is not expected to happen for a very longer period of time if anthropogenic activities can be checked. And when I said that this meridional overturning circulation is taking place since middle of the 20th century, you have to remember that this is the time when industrialization was rolling towards its peak release of CO2 in the atmosphere. Okay? So this blue blob is going to be important, and it is going to appear many a times in exam. So it is important that you follow this news and make sure that you understand each and every aspect of this thing in case you find a question in prelims or mains. Okay? Thank you.